Respect is not just a polite gesture or a social formality. It's a currency far more valuable than gold. It cannot be faked, borrowed, or stolen. It must be earned. Some people walk into a room and instantly command it, not because of their status or wealth, but because their character carries a richness that money can't buy. Respect is the kind of wealth that never loses its value, yet not everyone possesses it. In fact, the world is full of people chasing material gain while bankrupt in dignity, unaware that the greatest fortune lies in how others hold them in regard. It's the silent applause, the unspoken trust, the invisible crown placed upon your head when you've proven, through actions and integrity, that you deserve it. Respect is not a gift that comes wrapped in words or titles. It is the result of a lifetime of choices, actions, and the way you carry yourself in the face of both ease and adversity. People often mistake authority for respect, believing that if they hold a higher position or have control over others, they automatically deserve to be honored. But authority can be temporary, given by circumstance or by others, and taken away just as easily. Respect, on the other hand, is not handed out because of a nameplate or a title. It is earned through consistent integrity, through showing up every single day with a moral compass that doesn't waver when the wind changes direction. Integrity is what makes your words match your actions and your promises match your delivery. Without it, people may follow you out of obligation, but they will never truly respect you. In the real world, people are constantly observing, even when you think no one is watching. They see how you treat those who cannot offer you anything in return. They notice how you behave when the spotlight is off and when there is nothing to gain. Respect grows in these quiet, unseen moments, when you choose honesty over deceit, fairness over favoritism, and truth over convenience. It's built in the way you handle responsibility, in the way you stand by your word even when keeping it is difficult or costly. A single action done with integrity can speak louder than 1,000 speeches demanding honor. Consistency is key. You can't live with principles one day and abandon them the next, expecting people to still see you as trustworthy. Respect requires you to be the same person in the boardroom, in the street, at home, and when you're alone. People respect those who stand firm in their values even when it costs them something, when they risk losing popularity, comfort, or even opportunities because they refuse to compromise what they believe is right. That unwavering nature becomes a silent yet powerful message that others cannot ignore. It's also about how you respond when things go wrong. Anyone can act respectable when they're winning, but the real test is how you behave when you're under pressure, criticized, or even wronged. Do you retaliate out of ego, or do you choose dignity and composure? Do you acknowledge your mistakes and take responsibility, or do you blame others and hide behind excuses? The way you carry yourself in those moments tells people whether your integrity is genuine or just a mask you wear when it's convenient. Respect is born when people see you own your truth and handle failure with as much grace as you handle success. Another important part of earning respect is giving it. You cannot expect people to treat you with honor if you treat them as if they are beneath you. True integrity is reflected in how you treat everyone, not just those above you, but those who have no influence over your life. Respect flows in both directions, and when people feel valued and acknowledged, they naturally mirror that treatment. Leaders who command respect do so because they uplift others rather than belittle them. They listen, they show empathy, and they understand that every person has worth regardless of their position or status. Actions always speak louder than demands. There are individuals who think they can enforce respect by raising their voice, asserting dominance, or intimidating others into compliance. But fear and respect are two different things. Fear fades when the power dynamic changes, but respect stays even when the authority is gone. People don't remember how loud you were or how strict you appeared. They remember how you made them feel and whether you upheld fairness in your dealings with them. Building respect through consistent integrity also requires patience. You can't expect instant recognition just because you did the right thing once. Integrity is proven over time, through repeated moments where you choose the harder but more honest path. It's an investment you make every day, knowing that the return may not come immediately, but when it does, it becomes unshakable. People will trust your word without question, believe in your decisions without suspicion, and stand by you because they know you've stood by what's right. In life, you will meet people who will test your character, situations that will tempt you to cut corners, and moments where dishonesty might seem like the easier route. But those are exactly the times when the foundation of your respect is either built stronger or weakened. Every time you choose integrity over convenience, you place another brick in the structure of your reputation. Over time, that structure becomes so solid that no rumor, no false accusation, and no temporary setback can bring it down. Earning respect is not about perfection. It's about consistency, transparency, and authenticity. People respect those who are real, who admit when they are wrong, who give credit where it's due, and who make decisions not for selfish gain, but for the good of others. It's about having the courage to do what's right, even when it's unpopular, even when it costs you something, and even when no one will ever know except you. That's the kind of respect that lasts a lifetime, the kind that makes your name worth more than any material possession you could ever own, the kind that people speak about when you're not in room, the kind that follows you even after you're gone. True respect is one of those rare treasures in life that cannot be purchased, no matter how much wealth or influence someone possesses. People can buy luxury cars, grand houses, and even followers on social media, but they cannot buy the genuine regard of another human being. Respect has no price tag because it is built on values, behavior, and the way you treat others, not on the number of zeros in your bank account. Some of the richest people in the world have all the material possessions imaginable, yet walk through life without the respect of those around them. On the other hand, there are people with very little in terms of material wealth who are deeply admired, simply because their actions, their honesty, and their compassion make them rich in the eyes of others. The reason respect cannot be bought is that it lives in the hearts and minds of people. It's their voluntary acknowledgement of your worth, their unforced decision to hold you in high regard. You cannot hand someone money and expect them to see you as honorable. In fact, trying to buy respect often has the opposite effect. People can sense when you're using resources to manipulate their perception, and rather than earning admiration, you breed mistrust. True respect is the result of actions that consistently reflect fairness, kindness, competence, and authenticity. Building respect starts with your everyday behavior, not just your big achievements. It's in the way you greet people, in the sincerity of your words, and in how you treat those who cannot do anything for you in return. If you only extend politeness to those who have influence or wealth, people notice. They see that your respect is conditional, and conditional respect is not respect at all. It's opportunism. True respect is equal and impartial, given to all regardless of status or background, and that equality is what makes it powerful. When your actions reflect value for others, it creates a ripple effect. People feel seen, heard, and appreciated, and in turn they begin to value you. Something as simple as listening without interrupting, acknowledging someone's effort, or standing up for what's right even when it's not popular, can plant seeds of respect. Over time, those seeds grow into trust, and trust is the root of respect. People begin to see you not just as someone who speaks about principles, but as someone who lives by them. Respect also comes from showing reliability. If you say you'll do something, follow through. If you make a promise, keep it. Reliability tells people that your word means something, that they can depend on you without fear of betrayal or inconsistency. Even small acts of keeping your commitments build a reputation that no amount of money can replace. It's easy to talk about values, but living them day after day, especially when no one is watching, is what creates a strong foundation for respect. There's also a deep connection between humility and respect. Arrogance may attract attention, but it rarely attracts genuine admiration. When you carry yourself with humility, acknowledging that you're not above anyone and that every person has something to teach you, you invite respect without demanding it. People admire those who, despite their achievements, remain grounded and approachable. They see it as a sign of strength, because it takes confidence to not constantly prove your worth through boasting or superiority. Kindness plays a vital role too. In a world where people often value competition over compassion, kindness stands out. Not a kindness that is loud or self-advertised, but the quiet kind, helping someone without seeking recognition, offering your time without expecting repayment, or simply being present for someone when they need support. These acts create lasting impressions because they show that you value people not for what they can give you, but for who they are. True respect also thrives on fairness. If you treat people equally, make decisions based on justice rather than favoritism, and hold yourself accountable to the same standards you expect from others, people will see you as someone worth following and listening to. They will know that your values are not for show, but are deeply ingrained in who you are. Fairness requires courage, especially when it means standing up to those who hold more power or influence. But it's exactly that courage that earns lasting respect. Another thing that makes respect so unique is that it grows stronger with time if it's based on genuine actions. When people see that your character remains steady through challenges, that your values don't shift with convenience, they begin to trust you more deeply. It's this consistency that makes respect last long after material possessions fade or positions change. The truth is, respect earned through authentic actions can outlive your career, your titles, and even your presence in someone's life. People may forget what you said or even what you did in certain moments, but they will always remember how you made them feel. If your presence makes people feel valued, safe, and understood, you will have something far more powerful than wealth. You will have their respect. That respect will not vanish when circumstances change, because it's rooted in their experience of who you are, not in what you have. In the end, respect is built brick by brick, with each action reflecting your principles and your regard for others. It's a long-term investment that requires patience, sincerity, and an unshakable commitment to living by the values you claim to hold. When you build respect this way, it cannot be bought, taken, or destroyed by others because it doesn't depend on material things. It depends on the truth of your character.